Welcome everyone to Frostpunk 2, the sequel to Frostpunk, which I have been very excited for a very long time, and I just cannot wait to play it with everyone today. Frostpunk 2, the winter cold. I am very excited. I feel like I have to do officer. You know, I feel like I have to. It's the medium difficulty, right? And why else are we all watching this for not to see me fail a multitude of times? I'm sure that my skills with Exion will transfer over very well. And will have no repercussions whatsoever.
Stewart.
Can you hear us?
Captain! Do you hear us?
A generation ago, we fled the crumbling British Empire as the world froze around us. I held New London together. United, we survived 30 years of whiteouts. But the world around us is dead. Empty.
Right for taking. The city's Leicesters.
Merely surviving is not enough. We have to expand. After all, it's us who survived the end of the world.
It's us who survived.
Yes. Now what?
Well. So, this game looks like it's taking place 30 years into the future. That old man, I'm assuming, was the old leader that we played in the first game. It seemed like he was in charge for 30 years, which is entirely possible. But also a terrifying thought as well. The Wanderers. We've been roaming the frozen desert for years. Many of us do not remember a world before the Great Frost. Now another whiteout is coming, and again, we've reached the old machine. Again, we will rely on its furnace to provide heat throughout the storm. In the past, we always made sure there was enough supplies for the next whiteout, but our numbers have grown through the years. Providing for everyone is getting harder and harder. We must survive. Rain. Dude, we're just going right here. We're not even in the city. We're not in New London or anything. I'm really hoping that Twitch doesn't make this game look like absolute garbage. Actually, you know what's thinking of that? I wonder. I wonder if I just start recording, if it can handle it. It might not. We'll find out here. Okay. Fight the cold. Welcome to the prologue. Here you will learn the basics of construction and controls. You'll need it for what awaits in a larger city. The old dreadnought remains in pieces under layers of snow, but the scattered wagons still have resources inside. First, we must break ice to reach one of the oil wagons to extract and construct an extraction district to use it. We can then turn on the dreadnought's furnace to heat us. So the dreadnought was the train that we used from the first game to kind of like carry a lot of the supplies to New London initially, as well as all the people. And now it looks like it's fallen in ruin for X, Y, or Z reason. We will restart the furnace. Okay, so we got a couple objectives. Frost break. Am I paused? This is paused. Okay. Frost break to the oil wagon and construct an extraction district to turn on the furnace of the dreadnought wreckage to provide heat. That is fantastic and all. The dreadnought wreck has a furnace that serves as a heat generator for your population. You need to have fuel to turn on the furnace. In this case, oil is the only available fuel. Once you recover it, you can turn on the furnace by clicking the switch next to the dreadnought's furnace. Okay, there are various district abilities available to the player in the districts panel. One example of such district ability are emergency shifts. Ah, okay, yeah. Some districts abilities are available from the beginning of the game, however, others can be unlocked by constructing specific buildings, signing laws, or by certain events happening in a specific district. Looks like we're going to be building districts, and within these districts we can apply certain conditions, rules, such as emergency hours, whereas in the first game, emergency hours and a lot of those other effects apply to the entire city. So we can kind of do a little bit more micromanaging, I suppose. Okay, so the frost breaking seems to be some kind of digging machine. And I have fertile soil. Fertile soil, that is interesting. Wanderers, community, relations neutral. Been roaming the cold, harsh world for years. Oh god, is there gonna be factions? Are there gonna be factions of people I'm gonna have to satisfy now? Various resources are scattered throughout the nearby area, and the tiles containing these resources are called deposits, obviously. To extract these deposits, you construct the appropriate district on a resource deposit tile. Different resources require different types of districts. You need to frost break the tile with the resource deposit before constructing anything. The more resource district tiles within a district range, the larger the deposit. This means the districts covering most resources deposits will last longer. However, the higher the district output, the faster the deposits depleted. Well, yeah, obviously. Having more resource deposits in the district won't increase its output. It only increases the total amount of resources available for extraction. Initially, you can only build districts in a limited area. The wider terrain is covered in frozen stiff ground, which is impossible to construct upon. Yeah, that makes sense. To widen the building area, you need to use frost breakers. So, as with anything, I'm guessing the oil is probably the best bet for us. Did that confirm it? That did not confirm it. Check. There we go. Can we see the people? We can see the machines. They're doing its thing. What is this? Ah, I can build districts, huh? Housing districts, probably important. How many resources do I have? Am I blocking anything important? I mean, I'm blocking my objectives, but that's not really important. The people. Okay, we'll move me. I will move myself. Come here, meat. You're going to the bottom. Yes. Because there's a lot of information. And a lot of information over here. Whiteout arrives in 87 weeks. Okay, so I have to build the extraction district on the resource itself. And then once I do that, I build out from it a little bit. Districts where you construct districts as area effects may give them additional positive or negative effects. Area effects are caused by environmental circumstances, the natural layout of the land or surface on which the district is constructed, or by proximity to other districts. Area effects are applied when At least 3 district tiles are located within it. So in this case here, you can see the plus 20 heat to the housing. I can only do 8 at a time. But, I can't unselect tiles. I'm gonna do this because I'm probably gonna need the metal here sooner rather than later. Because I obviously should start building some housing districts, huh? Here we go. My workforce. Out of 1,400 people, 550 are currently employed, doing work. Can I do more than one? Yes, I could do multiple frost breaking things here. I probably need to get down to the as quickly as possible. Oh, there we go. Okay, so it does decrease with workforce numbers. Okay, cool. I thought it was showing me the total workforce, and then I just had to hover over to see how many people were still needed to do stuff. I need a lot of houses. I don't know how much housing each district makes. 15 shelter. So since they're currently frost breaking this area, I can't bridge off of it here as if I normally could if it was already broken. Good to know. I'm not gonna clear this top area because it's not really needed right now. But I would like to get more, you know, of this stuff cleared. So it requires scrap to frost break. Didn't anticipate that. I don't know where we get scrap from. From population. Is that like currency? Scraps are a stockpile of resources that can be spent on frostbreaking, funding construction. It is. It's our currency. I guess we're paying our workers to do these certain jobs, right? To frostbreak and to build these districts, which makes sense. And then we're taxing them. You take scraps actions on wanderers, which will increase the number of scraps in your stockpile, but also worsen your relations with wanderers, which as a result will lower your trust as leadership. Also ration their food to save more for the whiteout, potentially going hungry so that there's a lot more later. Those not working should donate their saved scraps. Okay. Return, give back some scraps to the people. This should significantly improve wanderers. I may have done too much initially, especially considering this is a tutorial, but that's okay. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure nothing could possibly go wrong for me going ahead. Right? Maybe? They're building quite the district here. I like these close shots. I kind of do. I wish I could like rotate around though. Wait. Maybe I could. Hold up. I can. I was just using different buttons to try to rotate. Extracting the metals, and then once we get more scrap, we'll build a food district, which I should have done first, but that's okay. I'm sure it will be fine. Oil! As the thick black liquid oozes through the pipes, our people rejoice. The carcasses of this old machine is a testament to the hardships that made us, but more importantly, it's our haven in the storm. It allows us to weather many whiteouts. And it will do so again. We have oil, so we can turn on the furnace. Select the dreadnought wreckage and access the furnace and turn it on. The generator! And the city's economy is based on the output and demand of various resources. Output is the total amount of resource produced by districts and buildings. For example, food output can be increased by building a food district. However, a working district can also increase demand for resources needed to sustain its operations in case of the food district, heat, and materials. When output equals demand, you'll see a golden icon for the given resource at the top. When the output is higher than demand, you'll see a positive number next to the indicator. And obviously, when it's worse, you'll see a red icon. The furnace is on. We have enough oil to cover current needs, but the cold will still affect our people until they have proper shelter. Housing will best protect us from the cold if built in close proximity to other housing or the furnace itself. However, we'll need prefabricated parts for construction. We brought some with us. The rest we will need to extract from wagons and wreckages. I see. As I've built 6 housing districts, I went a little overboard, but that's okay. No, this is one district. Oh, and it's not providing enough housing at all. You're telling me this whole district only provides 15 housing? Are you kidding me? Look how many buildings there are. Oh, but I guess I only need 20 housing for, you know, 3,000 people. Okay. I guess that makes a little bit more sense. They just consume the numbers in a bit more. Oh, it gives me an estimated number of weeks this will last. That's awesome. When you run out of prefabs to build a thing, try demolishing one of your existing districts, hubs, or buildings to get back all the prefabs used for the construction. Oh, okay, cool. That's nice. I'm glad we don't, like, lose a percentage. Cold is a measure of how well your city is heated and how protected you people are from the frost. Make sure that shelter and heat needs are fulfilled. Not satisfying those needs mainly increases cold. High cold increases disease, decreases population growth, and causes recurring events of citizens freezing to death. The ice break this area. Honestly, I'm probably gonna build a food district. While I have the chance, because I need it. I love being able to zoom in because it really it allows us to appreciate the art and the animations and the detail in the game. Because, I mean, look at that. You can see all the buildings. I don't know why it doesn't look that great, I'll be honest. More scrap. I need more money. Give me your money, and I can give you guys housing. Uh-oh, 2 registered as sick. That's not good. So, that's... It's still not enough housing districts either. It only provides 15 and we need 20, so I have to build another housing district. Look at the farm! Isn't that cool? Not making enough food. Gain access to food. Yep. We've established some heat and shelter for people. Now we must turn our attention to the coming whiteout. Yep. Prepare for the whiteout. We secured our immediate survival. Now we must stockpile as much food as we can before the whiteout forces us to take shelter. To do that, we need to produce more food than our demand. We must be ready. We're not stockpiling food, yeah. More food tiles right now. Like, I can't build in our food district over here. I have to build it on an icon. What was that? What was that thing? Ooh. What is this? A food stockpile hub. Stockpiling. Some resources like materials, food, or other types of fuel can be stockpiled. When a city runs a surplus of a resource, meaning the output is bigger than demand, the surplus goes to a stockpile. That makes sense. The stockpile will slowly fill up every day as long as there is storage capacity left to store them. Stockpiles will consume whenever the demand is higher than the output of specific resources. Stockpile is not lost after deactivating or destroying a stockpile hub. You're just losing the ability to stockpile more than your current storage capacity. If I build it here, I get 10% minus workforce required. The housing districts provide no benefit, and nothing over here. Hurricane winds? What? Extremely low visibility. Hurricane winds the full force of the Frostland. I also have no idea where we are, by the way. Like, I don't know if we're still in the UK or if we're in a different part of the world. I guess is we would still be in the UK, right? Be somewhere close to New London. What's this? Pouring sand in his hands. We've been here so many times the soil is depleting. A couple more and there'll be no point erecting the hothouses. There'll be nothing to grow food on. The yield is so low. Either we pull emergency shifts or tighten our belts. Otherwise, there may not be enough for everyone. Might not be able to fill stockpiles without exceptional measures. Consider asking the wardens to tighten belts or instill emergency shifts. We're just about to finish building another food district, so I'm not going to do it. Everyone, Future Jared here. What you're about to see is a mistake I made constantly throughout this game. So I'm trying to put down this silo to get this minus 10% workforce over to both food districts. However, I misunderstood this mechanic thoroughly in this game, and I didn't realize it till now. In order for this benefit to be applied to a district, it needs to be within 3 tiles to get that full benefit. Whereas I thought it meant that each individual tick gave that benefit to the district. So in this case, it'd be 10% workforce reduction to both, whereas having a 30% workforce reduction if I filled up the bar completely. But because I didn't fill up either bar, neither district gets this effect applied to it at all. Come on, finish building that. There we go. Now we are having a surplus of food. Oh, that's nice. Stockpiles will be ready in 188 weeks at current rate. I have to go to their food pile. Due to cold, some of our people have frozen to death. Into the black, burying the dead. We mourn those who have recently passed. As our custom, we've taken them to the oil pits where we gently lower their bodies into the thick blackness. The fuel that keeps us warm in our life otherwise preserves us in death. But death also erodes trust in our leader. Without trust, there is no future. Trust and relations fall every time people die. I've nearly depleted this. 7 weeks remain. Mysterious symbol. One of our Frostpunk crew uncovered the frozen remains of a man in a tattered uniform. His shoulder patch reads New London Scouts, 3rd Platoon, and he bears an obscure insignia. Some of our elders claim it belongs to a military organization, while others argue it is religious significance. Maybe you've heard of this New London before, and I can settle the debate. Okay, so if we're gonna go with my first playthrough, I believe I did order first, if I remember correctly, because I feared that if I went the faith route, I would create a cult, which is exactly what happened in the faith route. So, we'll do order. We must keep the timeline on the way it was. Maybe when I play through again, we will do the other side and see what happens. Well, I'm glad enough housing. We're working on food right now. We'll be ready in 172 weeks, and the whiteout is happening in 55 weeks. Yay. How much food is going to produce? How quickly? We'll be ready in 69 weeks. We're close. Look at our grandchildren playing. My knees ache and my fingers are so stiff. I cannot hold the needle anymore. I've lived a full life. It warms my heart to see little Betty and Jacob play by the evening fire. But maybe this is it. I talked with the other elders. If it comes to it, I will go. I won't let my grandchildren starve. Some people are ready to sacrifice themselves to lower the food requirement. No, 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 no. No, no, no. Let's just tighten our belts here, guys. Better 2 meals a day now than no meals a day later. That's still not enough. It didn't feel like it changed anything. Okay, emergency shifts in these 2 districts will get us enough stockpile to, as my trust is very close to failing. As you can see, my trust isn't so good, but guys, trust me, we need this to survive right now. This is completed. Demolish. I do need another extraction district here. Seals! I can't believe my eyes! We haven't seen them since before the Great Frost. How did they survive? That's enough meat there to feed everyone. We're saved! But should we slay them if the Lord spared them from the end of the world too? The seal colony can supplement our food production. I mean, we can go there, but I have 3 farms. Kill them all! The seals never brought us anything good anyways! Against the elements. Each day the wind grows fiercer, relentless. It beats against our buildings, weakening our structures gust by gust. Without raw materials to repair or damage, our district will deteriorate. The more we build, the more materials we will need. This is the world we know. Where do I... Look. Provides... Oh, yeah. Let's head on over here. Not enough workforce. That's bad. Now, the problem is, although I'm here, I'm not there. I'm not even there yet, so I still need to break that down. But I also need the materials, too. Oh, my God. I need more people. All right. Lack of prefabs. No resources for further construction. We don't have enough prefab components, making further construction impossible. There are some prefabs left in one of the construction wagons. If not, we could try to salvage prefabs by demolishing one of the existing districts or hubs. Ah, that's the problem. I'm not a fan of the new notification sound, by the way, of that pops up, that thing that we just saw. It used to be way more distinct. Now I feel like it blends in too much. So I don't believe we can build. Heat demand is increased. Well, it's a good thing I built that other oil extraction, right, guys? Guys, I don't think there's any more oil on the map. Oh, there is one more oil node left. Oh, we have more construction wagons here. Which means I gotta dig out to that area. Ah, this game. Enough materials. Great work. You've gathered enough materials to maintain our districts. Time to focus on stockpiling food for the whiteout. Oh, does that mean I don't need this? I don't need that district, so I'm just gonna turn it off. Extraction district for more oil. Fantastic. Let me turn you off. God, there's so much stuff to do. What is this? Squalor means your citizens have endured polluted air and overwhelming dirt and filth. What? Squalor raises when there's not enough materials to meet demand. Oh, okay, so it's just disrepair. High squalor increases disease and decreases population growth. Oh, that's still not enough oil? What the fudge? Bro, I have 3 districts of oil. That's all the oil districts on this whole map. What do you mean it's not enough? The whiteout draws near. People in the camp are getting tense. They worry we won't gather enough food in time. Our hunters blame us for ignoring the seal colony and claim they would have been able to provide enough food for everyone. It's too late for that now. Many elders have volunteered to walk to the frost rather than to break. Don't resort to extremes. If you fail, the consequences will be dire. Slaughter the eels requires a few disregard this. Seals. Guys, we'll be fine. You're all being over dramatic, and that's my job. Look, so current stockpiles will be ready in 28 weeks at current rate. 34 weeks until whiteout. We're totally fine. Actually, we're gonna demolish this. Reserving food for the whiteout. Our stockpile is almost full, but we still need more for the whiteout. The food wagons themselves will be buried under the snow, so we should build more warehouses. Oh. I guess I need more warehouses. They store 15k. I mean, I totally expect us to fail completely our first time. Why can't I build anything? I should have gone back the prefabs for that district. I guess it's not perfect, so I'm bone. Cool! That was fun, wasn't it? I should have gone. I thought I could have sworn the tutorial told me that I can get back the prefabs by deconstructing the districts. So what's the point if I can't even get them back? And try demolishing one of your districts to get back all prefabs used for their construction. I was lied to! That's a lie! Because I don't have enough prefabs to build that district anymore, and I just deconstructed it. How generous. Extra hours. We'll probably be doing the tutorial again, but that's okay. I did select a higher difficulty. Stockpiles will be ready in 17 weeks at currently rate. Go. 105 prefabs. It requires 140 prefabs to make this darn building. Oh, there's food over here. Oh, I didn't even see that one. That's neat. Too bad we're all gonna die. I still don't have enough prefabs to make new food. Cool. So I would restart. Normally I would, but we haven't seen what happens when we lose. So I guess we'll just go till we lose. Now, I don't know if I was supposed to get back everything if I was on the slightly easier difficulty. My guess probably. Which then it begs to differ. Is the slightly easier difficulty the normal difficulty and I just boned myself over multiple times? Probably. I have 5 weeks. Three weeks, 2 weeks. It really takes them that long to build these buildings. I thought they'd build that, you know, food district in a week. No, it took them like 6 weeks to build. You know, took them like 6 weeks. 6 weeks to build. We're 10k short. Well, we tried. We tried. Wasn't enough. The whiteout is here. Preparations are over. So now everyone dies, right? I assume. Chaos and starvation. When the whiteout hit the camp, the wanderers were forced to take shelter within the broken dreadnought. They huddled together while howling winds buffeted the rusted hull. As the storm continued, it became clear there was not enough food. Some sacrificed themselves to give their share to their families. Others tried to control the stockpile through violence. The conflict escalated and fires broke out, which within the dreadnought, spoiling the precious supply. The remaining few survivors who emerged from the dreadnought soon splintered and disappeared into the Frostland. The wanderers did not survive, perhaps in another life. Well, we all died. GG.